Hey, it's Cousin Tim in Missouri. It's a cold, rainy day here in southwest Missouri, but that's not going to stop us. What we're going to do today is make some beef back ribs. What that is the rib section is cut off the back of a prime rib or ribeye steaks when they trim those off of there. So what you got is nice tender pieces of prime rib in between these rib bones. So we're going to get these smoked up and have them for dinner tonight. Be back quick. Okay, so what we have here is these beef back ribs. Like I said, what this is where they trim the prime rib or the ribeye steaks off these bones here, off the rib bones. So what you got left in the middle between here are nice tender pieces of prime rib. So what we're going to do with these, there's membrane on the back just like pork ribs, but I am not taking this off of here. It's going to kind of hold these ribs together because unlike some other bigger like short ribs or something, there's not a lot of meat on the top of this to hold these together. So we're going to leave this membrane on there, but we are going to score the back of this so that we can get some little bit of the smoke up in there and also some of the seasoning that we're going to put in there. So we'll just score the membrane on the back. Then we're going to go on here with some Worcestershire sauce. You can use whatever flavor Worcestershire you like. You can use mustard. You can use barbecue sauce. You can use whatever you like for a binder that we're going to get a little bit of that on here just so we can get a little contact adhesion to this the rubs that we'll put on here in a little bit. So we'll rub some of this on the outside of here, get it all nice and coated. All right, this glove off of here. We're going to go on here with some meat Church Blanco. It's a good salt, pepper, garlic. Do light coating it. Start that seasoning process some. Then we're going to go on here with this Bearded Butcher Black. It's a peppery rub that's got coffee mixed into it. It's got a real unique flavor, really brings out some of the goodness of beef whenever you, especially when you use it on beef. It's really good. So all right, we'll flip this over, hit the back. Don't really have to hit this too hard on here because that membrane is going to block some of that out of there. So, but this wind's blowing like crazy. Got some rain coming down. It's in the upper 30s. It's pretty chilly here this morning, but we're going to get this going. We got our smoker rolling at about 250 over there. We're going to put these in there and let them smoke for a couple of hours. Then we'll probably wrap them up, let them go for about a total of somewhere between 5.5, 6 hours. We'll check them and see how they're doing then. I'm going to let this set up for a few minutes, let that rub set up on there, pull some of the moisture out of here and tack up a little bit, and then we'll get them in the smoker. So see you soon. Okay, so what we did here is we let these ribs set for about 15 minutes and let that rub set up on there, pull a little bit of that moisture out of there. You can see it looks a little damp on top of there. What that's going to do is when this cooks, it's going to pull some of that back in there, get a good nice bark built up on these ribs. We're going to let these go for a couple of hours. The smoker here at 250. Probably pull them out then, wrap them up, maybe put some sauce on them. Don't know at that point. We'll kind of play it by ear, but get these in here and get them going for a couple hours and see how they're doing. Be back in a couple hours. All right, these ribs have been rolling about 2.5 hours, somewhere in there. They're starting to get a good bark built up on them, and they're starting to pull away from the into the bone there, starting to shrink back a little bit. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to put a little bit of sauce on these. We're going to get them wrapped up in some butcher paper, and then we'll get them back in the smoker and finish cooking them probably another 3.5 hours or so. So just going to slide these off onto this butcher paper here. Paper towel, wipe off my hands. A little sauce on these. We're not going to rub this on here or anything. We're just going to kind of let it go. And as it's wrapped up in this paper, it's going to, some of the moisture is going to come out of it. It's going to slather this all around, let it kind of baste itself as it's wrapped up in here. So we're going to flip these over. This sauce on the back side. Rain stopped, but it's still a little windy and chilly out here, so but nothing gonna stop us from cooking up these ribs. So let's wrap this up real tight. All right, now we're going to stick these back in the smoker, let them go for another 3.5 hours, test them out, see what the temp is, and then we'll get these done, get them eaten up this evening. See you soon. All right, so these have been out there for another 3.5 to 4 hours, and I did unwrap them to let them kind of set up that bark on there after wrapping them. So this is what we got. Got the bone pulled back, looking good. Bark's looking good. Let's cut this in half and see what's going on inside here. Cut one of these out from the center. Didn't get all the way through there. There's a bone in there. So what happens when you working with stuff like this? There you go. Juicy, meaty. Beefy. Smoky. Those right there. That's a treat. Y'all need to look into these. Bought these at Walmart. They're very good, very tasty, very beefy, tender as heck. Look at that. Get you some of these, smoke them up, eat them up, enjoy. See you soon.